Now, during that ad break, all kinds of lovely things have arrived in studio, courtesy of our fashion expert, Leane, who has brought in everything from woolly scarves to hats, earrings, clothes, handbags, belts, you name it. Danny, you're like Santa Claus himself today.
Yeah, without the beard.
Without the beard.
Or the red suit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have a kind of a winey
colour, yeah. Keeping it a bit Christmassy.
Isn't too far off. I suppose the theme today, though, is last minute gifts and stocking fillers, because a lot of people, like there's people out there who haven't even started their Christmas shopping. There's a few smug people who have it all done. Most people, I'd say, are like myself. They've a bit done, but they've a bit to do. So I think a lot of people could do with a few ideas.
Lastminute.com. There was one bag that I found in Tralee. Normally with clothes you'll go London, New York, Paris. Wherever. This bag, it's reusable. It's in Madden's. I loved it when I'd seen it. Paris, Tokyo, London, Tralee. I thought, yes. Because again, I suppose with the fashion team or even with the perfumes, they're always going on about their London stores or their New York stores, but Tokyo, London, Paris, Tralee.
We're up there
with it.
Fantastic.
But again, practical as well with the sense of humour. It is you can use it again and again. And with a lot of the shops now charging for bags, having one of those on you would be
and you can
good.
Fold it up and put it in your own bag.
In your own bag, or even in it folds so small you could nearly put it into the jacket of a coat as well. I just thought that was a quirky idea for a present left.
Tell me, do you get a lot of people coming in, we'll say this week and next week, almost frantic, saying, I need to buy something for the wife, the mother, the sister, whatever?
Yeah, a friend, they don't know what to do. They want something a bit different. A lot of people are gone very practical this year. I don't know, is it because of the cost of living, or they're looking for scarves, they're looking for colourful, they're looking for earrings. And this is another thing that's after taking off, is the compact mirror. Has been big this year. I don't know, is it because of people checking themselves before they go on Facebook or going on Instagram? There are panicking, but we'll get that the day before Christmas Eve. The banker, slow down, what you need. And I think when you panic, you buy sometimes the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
So just slow down. Think of, even I'd say, have they their ears pierced? Don't know.
I don't know. I'm living with her for 40 years, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's the obvious. Do you know? Maybe just don't know. Just check out those things, because you'd want to give her a pierced one. It might be a clip-on earring you want to give her. Do you know? It's just common sense when you do go out shopping and see what her colours are in the last couple of weeks or whatever. What does she wear? Go with that, or also what he wears, because some women again can be a bit like the men. They forget what they normally wear.
Do you know, might buy something.
And again, find out the sizes, whether it be in shoes, whether it be in clothes. Look at the label, or if it isn't on the back of the label, look at the label down the side where it says what ingredients are, I shouldn't say ingredients, what materials are put into the jumper or the top.
So would you occasionally get a man coming into the store, Danny, looking to buy clothes for his wife or girlfriend?
Certain times we do, yes. And if I know the wife, it's grand. I have the size, I know her style, and that's a way with it. It's when someone new comes in, that's when the problem is, a newbie. And sometimes I might say, does your wife shop here? Yes, have you a picture of her? I don't know. And I goes, have you a photograph? Sometimes they have a modern font, sometimes they don't. And then when they give me the name, I'm trying to think. And sometimes when you're under pressure to think, it goes wrong. But yes, there can be quite a few. Or sometimes it can be a sister as well, of a customer or whatever, that might be lost
in. You see,
whatever.
I think that it's kind of fraught, really, isn't it? Because if let's say you buy a top or a dress or a jumper for somebody, unless you're already in the retail trade like yourself and you've a trained eye, you're taking a bit of a guess as to their size. And people are so easily offended nowadays.
Oh, definitely.
And you buy somebody a particular size jumper and they might say, you thought I was that size, I'm not that size, or whatever. So it's a risky business.
Yeah, but sometimes, do you know what might be easier is getting a bag or getting a scarf.
Yeah.
They're sizeless.
One size fits all.
It fits all, do you know, if you want to be. But again, what I'm finding, we are selling a lot of vouchers, but a lot of people want a small token to give to someone.
Something to wrap.
Something to wrap under the tree, as they say. I shouldn't say that. That's a brand name for someone. But they just want to give something that means something as well. Do you know, a bit of thought has gone into the presents.
So to that end, you've brought in a few ideas for us of little token presents. We'll say for the babysitter or the boss or the teacher or whatever. Some ideas for us.
One of the best-selling things we have at the moment are these bags. They are flying.
For phones.
For phones, they were very clever with this design. The phone goes into the front, then you have two pockets. First of all, I have to explain, there's a lovely design of a belt that goes with these.
Okay.
And they go, I'm just going to take off my jacket for a moment, don't worry.
Okay.
And I'll just
Won't you stop
something.
at that now, Danny? Don't
I
go any
will,
further.
don't worry. I know it's a bit hot in here, but at the same time, there are a few cameras on us as well.
True.
I don't want to make a fan page or whatever it's called. You have a bottle here that you can make it bigger or wider.
And you wear it crossbody.
Crossbody. Now, 'tis very good for security. Anyone going away on holidays as well, it'll be brilliant for, because you can put your jacket over this.
Like that.
And hey presto, you have a secure bag.
So does that kind of bag have a name, or is it a phone bag? Is it a crossbody
We're
bag?
calling it the crossbody bag.
Yeah.
But what is brilliant as well is the compartments. You have one here that you can put your passport into, or you can put your credit cards into. You have another one here that you can zip down. It's one of these practical presents that everyone is just going gaga for. And then you have your coins, if you're still using coins for your parking. And again, you have more space for more documentation. Maybe 'tis your ticket when you're going on holidays. It'll fit in there quite easy. And what's good about it, you can use it as a purse as well by just taking off the hooks and turning it into a big wallet.
A big wallet, yeah. And does that come in a couple of colours,
It comes in loads of colours. You're thinking burgundy red, you're thinking tan, you're thinking pink, which has been very popular, nude colour, black, navy, grey, metallics, you name it. There's about 9 different colours.
Handy stocking filler. What else have you got?
The other one, which you can't go wrong with, particularly for ladies or gents, as the gents seem to be wearing them. I know some people don't like the gents wearing them, and some people do. Depends on what end you like. But they're these brooches. They're the magnetic brooches. What's
beautiful.
Brilliant about these, the vintage ones are the ones with the pens. Before had a very bad name for tearing clothes. But with this, all you do is one part of it, this is like a rose, but
goes on the lapel.
Goes on the lapel of a jacket, or you can tie up a scarf as well. And you put it on like that, so it doesn't tear or mark your scarf or your
magnet
lapel
either
of your
side
jacket.
of the lapel.
Yeah, a magnet. Yeah. And they're very strong. Extremely strong, so they won't fall off if you are jumping around and stuff like that, or moving around. The only person you shouldn't buy these for is someone with a pacemaker, because the magnet will interfere with the pacemaker.
Oh.
So we're getting a health warning as well with these.
Very good. You've brought in a nice selection of hats and gloves and scarves as well. And of course, with the weather, the cold weather we've been having, these are very practical gifts as well.
Yeah, I'm even wearing a hat myself this weather because it's gone so cold.
Not that pink one, I hope.
No. No. I know the day that I wore the pink shirt and it caused a bit of a stir in here. No, not the pink one. This is one that is in fleece line, but it's still quite good.
That's a lovely hat.
A pom-pom. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
A bright pink pom-pom on the end of it.
No, mine is a brown or a mustard. I'm going more tonal or calm with the colours I'm putting in my head, because I'm a bit mad enough as it is. But again, lovely. But again, with that, you can also have the hats with, if you're extra cold, with the fleece lining inside, and for that extra bit of warmth. And actually, I think with the fleece lining, it kind of keeps your hair a bit more perfect than without a fleece lining. Maybe I imagine it, but I think it does work better. And again, with the hat, you can go gloves matching or a scarf. You can make it up whichever way you wish.
Okay.
And with talking about the gloves, these with the bar on them look very designer inspired.
Oh, they're beautiful.
With the bar,
yeah.
Very elegant. There's a lovely stretch to these. But what's important with these, if someone rings you, you can get your phone out and there is a touch screen finger here.
Built in.
So hopefully you can see it there.
They think of
so
everything.
They do.
So for the phone addict in your life.
Yeah.
Who has cold
Like
hands.
myself. You don't have to take off the gloves. They've thought of everything.
Super. I'm going to hold you there for a second, Danny, because we need to take a break. But I'm sure there's people out there who have style dilemmas. Maybe you've an occasion coming up over Christmas, be it a wedding, a christening. And maybe you're wondering what to wear on Christmas Day. If you have any questions for Danny, he would be only too happy to answer them. You can text them through to us on 083 300 3300 or phone Brenda on 066 712 3666. Back in just a few minutes. Now, Danny, before we'll come back to gifts in a few minutes' time and give people a few more ideas, but what to wear on Christmas Day is a dilemma for a lot of women out there. Now, it's a tricky one because some women will be in the kitchen, some will not. Some have husbands and partners and family members who do the cooking. But you really probably should make an effort to get dressed up on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Even though if I had my way, I'd be in a dressing gown all day. But that's after the Christmas busy period when you're down or whatever. Again, it depends on the occasion, like you're saying, whether you're being catered for or you're catering. Just one of these tops here, it'll do you both ways. It's black and white. I know you're going to say it is a short sleeve, but at this time of year, when the fire is on, it's going to be warm. The kitchen could be warm. This is one, if anything gets spilt on it, it doesn't matter. It can go into the washing machine. Or again, with a black trousers or a cream trousers, if you are a guest somewhere, this is ideal. And again, you have the lovely bit of detail going on here on the shoulder area. If you're worried about your arms, no need to be, because it's bellowed here.
Yeah, okay.
And it can be very slimming on as well. But if you want to, if you're going to a hotel or you need a bit of Bobby Dazzler, would be the disc here in black would be a good
that's lovely.
thing. Again, with your black classic trousers, that will take you anywhere. Would get you out of trouble. And at this time of year, a lot of people go for the elastication on the trousers as well for an extra bit of comfort when they're eating. This is another one again, very festive. This would do a Christmas party, or again, if you are a guest somewhere. Just the plain black and white, red and black with the lovely bit of lace work. Then you have your jacket, which is light, but there is a bit of sparkle going through on the zip. Plain and simple. And this is something you can use all year round by changing the cami inside to a white or a cream.
And a lot of people as well go to Mass at Christmas. Now, I know people go to Mass all year round, but for anybody who particularly goes at Christmas, I think there's a sense of occasion. People tend to get dressed up for Christmas Mass as well. Yeah. So any of those outfits would look lovely.
Any of those will look. Again, put your coat over it, your black or your navy classic trousers, it'll take you anywhere over Christmas.
What about New Year's Eve, if you're heading out on New Year's Eve? That's definitely an occasion for sparkle.
It is, but do you know, compared to years ago, there used to be balls on and stuff like that. The weddings have taken over now big time, unless you're going for a meal in a restaurant for New Year's Eve. Again, you can wear any of those, whether to sparkle or the black and white. Or again, you can go half and half if you wish as well, where you have the sparkle in the sleeve, but you have the plain body. And then you can add on a statement earring or whatever with that if you're going out to dinner, to make it that little bit special as well.
So this is just to describe for listeners who won't be able to see the video. This is a kind of a black tunic-y top with. Now it is quite plain, but then the sleeves have beautiful detail.
But again, around the neckline, it has like fold of fake leather there as well, in a crocodile effect, but it's in its same print. And then in the sleeves you have your teal, your gold, your silver, and with hints of purple going through it. But again, it's when you want to go, what will I say, a bit dressed up for the occasion, but you don't want to overdo it.
Okay. Show us a few more items before we go back to the gifts.
Another thing that has been big this year as well on tops has been the lace. Whether it'll be plain coloured lace with a bit of detail running around the neck, or again, whether it'll be around the neckline here with the V and a small bit in the sleeve, or again, another one here where you have the lace running down, see-through, running from the shoulder all the ways down. By adding on a long necklace and it's a lovely V-neck as well, so it'll give that neck that lovely swan look as well. Plain and simple, but once it's on, it comes alive with the sleeves, with the lace
and that shade of red is very Christmassy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That with your black, you can get away with the navy, and of course grey as well is lovely with that shade
beautiful
of red.
Before we finish up, just to return to some last minute gifts. Now you have to tell me about that very unusual shaped bag, because I haven't seen one of those before. Does it have a name?
It does. And it just after went out of my head there. It's like if you had a baby, the sling. It's the sling bag.
A sling bag?
A sling bag,
okay.
Yes. I knew it wouldn't be too far away. And again, it is brilliant for travelling because you have so many zips here at the side for your documents or even out and about. This actually was one of the bags that was inspired by the street fashion in New York. So you have your earbuds here. You can put your phone down here, listen away while you're on going for a walk or whatever or thing. You've loads of pockets on it as well. But what the big thing is for security.
I was going to say, no one's going to swipe that because it's stuck onto you.
You'd be stuck with it as well. It is and it is really flush against the body. And again, if you had an overcoat, I'll just stand up there.
Stand up there, we catch that on camera.
Hopefully they can still. It's up against the body, and with my jacket or another overcoat, no one would be near it.
So that's a great one if you're going on a city break or something.
A city break could be perfect if you're going away on holidays, even if you're touring around over Christmas, out and about. This is something.
And it's a sling bag, so that's another great idea. Two quick questions, Danny, before we come back to you. Anne wants to know where she can get elasticated pants for women at the moment.
They're everywhere. They're different ones. I have them in Anbury's. You can get them in Don's. Just remember going for the shape. Not to go too thin if your legs are too thick, or don't go too wide if your legs are too thin when it comes to elastication. And sometimes stick to your size, because years ago going for the elasticated trousers meant you'd go down 2 or 3 sizes. That isn't the case with some labels anymore.
Another listener says, Danny, I'm looking for classic black or navy trousers at the moment, but I can never get trousers that fit properly. So classic black or navy trousers.
Again, would you prefer them elasticated or would you prefer them with a zip and a trousers? Again, what is the best way when you're going to fit a trousers, apart from the waist, is actually the shape of your leg. Whether you have big thighs, big calves, you need to go a certain type of trousers for that. You might need a flare trousers, or you might need, if your legs are skinny, you might need a slim fit or a skinny. A skinny and a slim are 2 different trousers, by the way, as well. A skinny is very skinny. It is almost sprayed onto you. The comfort slim is slim, but it's not as tight.
As tight, yeah. And I think finally we're starting to see trouser legs getting a little wider.
Especially for spring, summer, you're going to see them. You'd nearly fly a flag in them or sail a boat in them.
Yeah.
Some of them have got to the extent of maybe
too wide.
20 inches down at the bottom, which is very
So the skinny
scary.
jeans might finally be
don't say
out.
that. They're still there. Like what I think with fashion is we have to be very practical and like that. When they say the trend this season, it's okay to have a trend, but people do need particular trousers to suit their body shape.
Well said.
Again, that is the most important thing. And it's like people are being bombarded with so many, this is the new trend, it might be for 5 minutes, but fashion, as I said before, is forever. And a particular trousers, if they suited you this year, they're going to suit you next year
as
Your
well.
body shape doesn't change all that much.
Danny, we didn't even get around to the lovely earrings, real statement earrings that you have there, but the camera might pick them up and people, again, a great last minute gift idea. So loads and loads of ideas there. And to remind listeners, we'll have this video of Danny's final fashion fix slot of 2024, but not his final ever.
I know that flew, didn't it?
Another year gone by.
Yeah.
Danny, thank you for all your fashion tips and advice and all the fun we had during the year. And we will, of course, be back with you in January.
Perfect.
I don't know what we'll talk about in January, but we might look back on the year gone by. And
that could be dangerous.
That could be It's always
we'll have
fun.
Yeah, we'll have fun. And I have to thank all the listeners for listening in to us as well.
And watching your videos.
And watching the videos, yes. And thank you as well. And I hope you all have a happy Christmas.